The Anything Show with Jon Francois wants to give you a $100 gift card and an Anything Show shot glass and keychain Monday, July 26th. All you have to do is tell us on our social media what is your bucket list travel destination. That place you desperately want to go to now the pandemic is winding down and it's safe to travel again. Facebook.com/The Anything Show, or you can contact us on Instagram at Anything Show Francois. Let us know what your bucket list travel destination is. And on Monday, July 26th, you could be the one winning a $100 gift card and a shot glass and keychain, courtesy of The Anything Show with Jon Francois. The Anything Show with Jon Francois, proud to partner with our friends over at the Underdog podcast. Let me tell you about an awesome event that they're having. It is completely free, and no, you do not have to have a credit card to enter. You can actually win real prizes in this one. The tournament is called the Underdog Free Roll Invitational, and it's going to be held Sunday, July 11th at 12:05 p.m. Pacific Time. Registration is now open. Simply head over to Ignition Casino at ignitioncasino.eu and go to the scheduled tournaments poker lobby, and you can find the tournament under the regular tab. Tournaments are listed in chronological order, so go to July 11th at 3:05 p.m. Eastern Time, and the Underdog Free Roll Invitational will be listed, and you can click register and enter in the exclusive password, this is all undercase, Underdog21. Any player who knocks a host out of the tournament will receive an extra bonus, as there are bounties on all of the Underdog hosts. Once again, that's the Underdog Free Roll Invitational, July 11th at ignitioncasino.eu, and you can enter 100% for free with the code Underdog21. Emma Paunil Music wants to hear your mental health story. If you have a message to share, either of an indirect or direct experience with suicide, or would like to share any personal accounts of receiving therapy or benefits thereof, you should participate in this super easy, heart-opening contest. Simply share the message you wish to share either in video or written form. You can share to social media using the hashtag SoulFlameMovement, and feel free to tag Emma as well on IG and Facebook at Emma Paunil Music, Twitter at Emma Paunil, or you can email your message to Emma at emmapaunilmusic@gmail.com. The winner will receive a mental health care package from Emma with a Soul Flame backpack, a Balanced Mind guided planner, a My Terribly Great Ideas inspirational creative performance journal, the Gentle Dragons picture book on emotional wellness, a hardback journal within which to divulge your healing journey, and a Soul Flame t-shirt. 50% of any profit from purchasing the Soul Flame merchandise goes directly to Soul Flame Therapy Support Program in order to make therapy more available for those who financially need it. Deadline and winner announced July 27th.
All right.
From the Big Heavy World Studios in Burlington, Vermont, this is The Anything Show with Jon Francois. I hope you know what you're in for.
Lies again! I am not at the Burlington, Vermont studios. I am once again coming to you from the Magic 97.7 studios in Lyndonville, Vermont. Thursday, July 1st, as we record this, Jon Francois here in Vermont, and joining me in Rochester, New York, he returns, the host of the Lifestyle of a Gay Black Boy podcast, Andrew Vandertunt. Andrew, nice to have you on the show again.
I'm back again.
Yay!
Soundtrack like da da da, like that.
Yeah, we need to give you some entrance music for the next time you come on. Something like the Undertaker from WWE or something, you know?
Ooh, yes, with the lightning strike.
Oh God, that would be so epic. All right, also epic is going to be our show for this week. We have Rob Barnett coming later on. He is the former CBS Radio President and VH1 MTV exec, who's author of the new book, Next Job, Best Job, a Headhunter's 11 Strategies to Get Hired Now. So if you've been out of work this past year and a half during the pandemic, you might want to listen to that conversation coming up in 50 or so minutes on the Anything Show. Hey, we're going to get back to our conversation on what drives you crazy. A few weeks back in June, I asked listeners here at Magic 97.7 in Lyndonville, Vermont, what drives them crazy. So we'll get back to those calls for our gossip. Oh my God, Andrew, the naughty thing that Batman was going to do to Catwoman. Do you think you know what it is? Do you not?
I'm gasped and my mouth is agape and I'm clutching my pearls.
Oh, okay. All righty, Andrew. You definitely want that tease. For our Ask Anything, where would you like to travel this summer? We're asking you that question for your chance to win $100 and an Anything Show shot glass and keychain July 26th. And for our headlines, we have to talk about rude and toxic coworkers. Listen, subscribe, and follow The Anything Show with Jon Francois on Apple, Spotify, wherever you get podcasts. Follow us on Facebook.com/The Anything Show and Instagram @Anything Show Francois. The Anything Show with Jon Francois is also on YouTube. And please DM me if you are interested in Anything Show shot glasses and keychains. All right, Andrew, shall we do our headlines?
Here for it.
Yes. All right, let's start off with this. Good news for me and you, Andrew, in the world of radio/podcasting. A new poll found that listening to the radio and podcasts is the #1 thing people missed about their commute while working from home last year. So, yay, Andrew. People are going to be listening to us again as we get back to normal. What do you think?
I am so excited about that. I have missed people hearing my voice and telling me that I'm annoying.
No. You are not annoying. In fact, you are so delightful to hear. And in fact, Andrew, I mean, we should use this opportunity to do shameless plugs. So how about you plug the podcast that people should be listening to on their commute?
Well, if you would like to listen to Lifestyle of the Gay Black Boy. I'm on all available podcast platforms, iTunes, Spotify, Google, and now iHeartRadio. So you can hear me as you're driving 90 miles an hour.
Wow. Wait, so as people are driving to their death, they can listen to your podcast? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, I think it would be quite a soothing sound as you're about to veer off the side of that cliff.
Oh my God, what a contrast. Listen to the calming sounds while you drive off a cliff off a highway. I love it. All right, well, we are recording this shortly before 4th of July weekend, and a new poll on the components of the ideal barbecue plate for 4th of July just came out. Burgers, hot dogs, potato salad, corn on the cob were all very popular. Veggie burgers and garden salads did not fare as well. Now, Andrew, I am going to go with a burger, hot dog, BBQ wings, and a soda for my perfect 4th of July meal. Now, Andrew, you're a vegan, so what say you? I mean, I have a feeling that you're going to choose the unpopular choice.
Now, I am a vegan, but when I go to a good old-fashioned barbecue, I am one of the first girls in line with a plate to get a cut of those ribs, give me a hot dog, give me the baked mac and cheese that's on the table, and a good old big bowl of potato salad. So
wait, you're a vegan when you feel like it on certain days? Is that what you're telling me?
Yes, I am a con-vegan.
You're a selective day vegan. Okay. I like it.
I think for holidays, if I want to, indulge a little bit in something that I haven't had for the entirety of the year, I'm okay with it.
All right. Well, Andrew, 4th of July, it reminds me of hot weather. And of course, you live in Rochester, New York now, but you originally come from Texas. This next headline, I was thinking of you, Andrew. You've probably been in the midst of this heat wave that we've been experiencing for the past few days, I take it. How hot has it been in Rochester, New York?
Oh, so previously in the weekend, I was in New York City, and it was swelteringly hot. And then I got back to Rochester, and I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm higher elevation will be colder. It was hotter.
Temperature. What's the temperature?
So 89, I think, is what it was.
Ooh, okay.
And it wasn't even good. It was just hot and humid.
Yeah. You know what? And actually, last weekend, I was in Connecticut visiting family, and I think I left when it was like humid and 95. Imagine humid, sunny 95, just muggy, sticky disgustingness, the kind of weather where you have no choice, where even me, as someone who hates AC, like I got to go with AC because otherwise I'm going to die, But you know what? Coming from Texas, Andrew, you might be enjoying this heat, and maybe you'll enjoy it more in the Pacific Northwest because they're having it much worse than us. Portland, they said it's been hotter than about 99.8% of Earth. Transit power cables are melting. Roads are buckling. People are baking cookies in their cars. Insane. Yeah, I mean, in the Northwest, I've seen temperatures from like 113 to 117. So, I mean, you like the heat, Andrew. Would you want to go with that?
You know what? The cookies sold me. I would love a car cookie.
Yeah, you don't care about sweating to death. You're just like, oh my God, here's a nice heated sugar cookie in a car. Let me go munch on that.
That would be amazing. As the roads are buckling, I'm like, this is the perfect amount of calm I have.
Oh, my goodness gracious. Well, next headline right here on the Anything Show. Andrew, did you have the Pfizer or the Moderna vaccine?
I got the Moderna vaccine.
Same here. And you know what? There was all this talk about how we might need a booster shot after our Moderna vaccine shots. And it turns out, according to a new study, we may not need it. The Pfizer and Moderna vaccines could actually protect us from existing COVID strains for years, or maybe even our whole life. So there you go, Andrew. I mean, hey, we could prevent ourselves from getting sick for 2 or 3 days, right?
Yeah. High five.
Even though I'm battling sickness right now, so really, what's the difference? You can get sick anytime, vaccine or no vaccine. Oh, God. Andrew, this pandemic, man, it's been affecting our work life. And actually now, I think it's making people feel differently about work. Our next headline here. A new survey found 2/3 of Americans would prefer 10-hour work days, but only working 4 days a week and having that 5th day off. What would you say, Andrew? Would you go for this 10-hour, 4-day-a-week schedule?
100%. I used to do that before the pandemic, and it is the best to only work 4 days for 10 hours. It makes the day fly.
Yeah, really? Wow. You know what? I would say that if I did not have a job that I liked, then those extra 2 hours might seem grueling. Like, I've been in jobs where just spending like 4 or 5 hours is grueling enough, let alone 8. But luckily, Andrew, I mean, I've been in radio for the past 4 or 5 years. It's something that I actually love, and I've spent a lot of shifts doing 10 hours or more. So I'm kind of with you. It's like, yeah, I mean, this is not even work to me. This is fun, and I could do 10 hours, and to have 1 day off to sort of relax. Now, here's the trick. Would you want to have like Monday off, Friday off, or which day would you have off?
I would actually love to have Monday off. So if my weekend was Saturday, Sunday, Monday, it'd be the best. Mondays are the best day off. You feel like a kid from school who got to call into school.
Okay. All right. You know what? I think I would prefer having Friday off because I like the idea of like, all right, the end of the week where I'm ending it off on a high note, relaxing, got the 3-day weekend, and then Monday, okay, you're refreshed and you're ready to go. Because I feel like if I start Tuesday, it'll be kind of a weird, sluggish start, like something's not right or something like that. But yeah, everybody has their own different opinion. Speaking of work, oh my God, this next headline here on the Anything Show, we all have probably encountered at least one rude or toxic coworker. A study on rudeness at work found that 70% of workers have experienced rudeness, but only 16% of workplace relationships are rude or toxic. Now, Andrew, you tell me that you have a story, and I knew you had a story even before you told me that you had a story.
Yes, this one was. As soon as I saw this, I'm like, okay, I just literally in the last 3 weeks went from one career move to the other. I was working in sexual health, and now I'm completely in the opposite spectrum, working as an orthodontic tech, because somebody who was incredibly terrible at my previous job, who's now being fired because of how they treated people.
Wow. Can you divulge more information on how they treated you, how they treated other people?
So one of the things that occurred, there was a downsizing in the clinic that I was working in, and they proposed it because it had to do with budget cuts. The person who made these cuts then decided to have a massive meeting with all the staff and say, certain employees are no longer going to be a part of the company. And all of the employees that were let go at that point were black. Ooh. And he did this while wearing a Black Lives Matter T-shirt.
Wow. How sensitive this guy is, clearly.
Mm-hmm. And that was just the tip of the iceberg. There's so much more that has happened, but he was probably the most toxic person I've ever worked with. Outside of that, what I did was one of the best jobs ever.
Okay, well, there you go. I mean, Rude and toxic coworkers, they come and go, and hopefully they're going to go more than they're going to come. So, you know what? This guy actually that you were working with, he may be this guy in the next headline that I'm looking here, Andrew. So this next headline here, a man found a way to do his job in just 1/4 of the time expected. He told his girlfriend, who worked at the same company. Then when they broke up, she immediately ratted him out to his boss. Yeah, I don't know, man. Even if it's your girlfriend, your wife, your son, whatever. I mean, don't be revealing your work secrets. You never know how it's going to be used against you.
You never know.
Oh my God. And hey, Andrew, would you say that you have a good work-life balance?
You know what? Right now, yes, I would say I have a fantastic work-life balance.
Okay, well, shame on you, according to this study. Shame on you, because apparently if you have a too good work-life balance, you might not be doing your job very well. On a 5-point scale, the ideal balance is a 3.5. So in other words, your work-life balance should just be okay. I don't like this study, Andrew, because I think it encourages us to be like slightly stressed, miserable workaholics. You know what I mean?
I 100% agree with that. I would love to have a great work-life balance that's at 5 out of 5 on the scale.
Yeah. Oh, my goodness. All right. Well, next headline here. I don't know how to transition from work-life balance to Viagra, so let's just talk Viagra. Yay! Oh, my God. From the University of Pittsburgh. And this is not really surprising. The University of Pittsburgh found that sales of Viagra and other erectile dysfunction drugs skyrocketed last year. Now, there was a dip in sales early on in March and April, but then they shot up way after that. The senior author of the study says the stats they saw suggest people were having more spontaneous sex with their partners than ever before, and added that men wanted to, quote, always be ready. Yeah, I mean, this makes sense, Andrew. I mean, we've been stuck in the house a lot for the past year and a half. A lot of people want to get it on, and they want to make it memorable as they get it on, because really that's the most entertaining thing that they can do in the house. And I'm going to be honest, even myself, for a brief period of time, I even tried the little blue pill within the last year. Andrew, I don't know if I should ask you that question. I mean, it's up to you if you want to, divulge those secrets or not. But yeah, have you been a part of the Viagra success in the past year and a half?
I have never tried Viagra because I am deathly afraid of it. But I have had partners who've used Viagra within the last year, and I was like, oh, this is a nice, present.
A nice present. Oh my goodness. Now, when the partners used that Viagra, and I guess you guys were getting it on, as you would say, I mean, did it get exhausting? Did it get concerning to a point where you need to slow down? Because I don't know. All I know about Viagra is like that warning that they give, like, it may give you like a 7-hour erection.
I'm sorry. I'm not laughing at the side effect. I am laughing at a partner that I did have who used Viagra. We got it on, and it was fantastic. And then I was like, hey, let's play some Resident Evil. And he could not lose the erection afterwards. And I'm like,
wow.
Is the game doing this, or are you okay?
Yeah, Resident Evil. There's nothing more pornographically sexy than a video game. Oh, God. Well, did the erection ever go away?
It did. After I told him you should probably go to the hospital, he just went home. But went away.
He went home and took care of it, I assume.
I'm assuming he went home, took care of it, it was all good. So I'm like, okay. And I'm like, you know what? I saw you earlier this week, so I know he's still alive.
Yeah. Now, did this encourage him to take more Viagra, or did this scare him away from taking more Viagra?
He said he got scared for a little bit of time, but then decided to take it again and try it out to see, maybe he took too much. And that made me ask him, did you follow the directions on the bottle the first time? And he said no.
Ah, that'll do it. Oh, God. So that's a great way to end our headlines. A, do not give yourself long erections. Follow the directions.
Ooh, I like that tagline.
Yeah. I just realized that I rhymed, and I did not intend to rhyme. Oh, my God. If you have a headline, erection or non-erection related, send it over Facebook.com/TheAnythingShow or Instagram @AnythingShowFrancois. That's Anything Show, Francois. Jon Francois here at the Magic 97.7 studios in Lyndonville, Vermont. And my buddy Andrew Vandertunt from the Lifestyle of a Gay Black Boy podcast calling in from Rochester, New York. All right, Andrew, we have another chance for people to win a $100 gift card and an Anything Show shot glass and keychain July 26th. Shall we get to a round of Ask Anything?
Yes.
Let's do it. Okay, so the question I'm asking you guys this month of July, what is a place you'd like to travel to this summer? Andrew, before we get to our responses, what's a place you would like to travel to this summer?
I want to go to Amsterdam this summer.
Where's Amsterdam? Is that like where they have all the drugs?
They have all the drugs there, the red light district, and I just think it looks like such a beautiful city.
All right. So drugs and beautiful city with the lights and everything like that. All right. I get your vibe, Andrew. I get your vibe. Anthony here on our social media, he says Connecticut. So maybe not as thrilling as Amsterdam, but still my home state. So big shouts out to Anthony. Lisa says she would like to travel to an iceberg. Wait, how do you travel to an iceberg? Do you just go to like the North Pole and just walk through it and that's it?
Is it too soon for me to say we should ask the members of the Titanic?
Yeah, Andrew, it is too soon, damn it. My goodness. That tragedy only happened more than 100 years ago. It is definitely too soon.
Okay, I've got to wait the time limit.
Oh, my goodness gracious. So insensitive, Andrew. Cancel culture. Come attack him now. Felicia says she would like to go back to Cape Cod. Yes, Felicia, I love Cape Cod. My family has gone there many times with myself as well over the past few summers. Haley would like to go to London. Todd would like to go to Rhode Island. Melissa would like to go to Indiana. Joella would like to go to Peru. Cindy would like to go anywhere at this point, Andrew. Anywhere, just anywhere outside the house is good with me. If I can go to my backyard for vacation this summer, I'm good. That's what Cindy says.
Cindy, you.
Yeah. Christina also says just about anywhere. Wow, people are just desperate. They've not lived, Andrew. Oh my God. And then of course you have people like Brittany who have given me like 4 or 5 places all at the same time, as if they live in a perfect universe of money. Brittany says Scotland, Australia, Madagascar, Ecuador, and Alaska. You know, Andrew, I wouldn't know what Madagascar was if it wasn't for the animated movies.
It's a real place.
Yeah, apparently, yes. I thought it only existed in a fictional world where Chris Rock was a zebra, but no, this is actually a real place, Madagascar. I think it's in Africa.
I'm sitting here thinking about Chris Rock singing, and okay, I would love to see this place now too.
Yeah. Jonathan says London. Donna says South Africa. Jennifer says Willoughby Lake. Sarah says she would like to go to the Mikwakita Caves. Wow. Tony says Toronto. Sky says Willoughby Lake, which is a local lake right here in the Northeast Kingdom in Vermont. Heather says Montreal. And Nick, of course, classy Nick, says Italy, Iceland, or Greece. I know, so wonderful responses here. So just keep on going. Facebook.com/anythingshow, Instagram @anythingshowfrancois. I also have the question post. I have the question pinned to the top of my personal Facebook page at Jon Francois, Jon, last name Francois. Where would you like to travel to this summer? Answer quickly before July 26th, because I want to put you in the running for a $100 gift card and an Anything Show shot glass and keychain. All right, Jon Francois here with Andrew Vandertunt, and coming up in just a bit, we are going to speak with Rob Barnett. He is the former CBS Radio President and VH1 MTV exec, who is the author of the new book, Next Job, Best Job, a Headhunter's 11 Strategies to Get Hired Now. Stay tuned for that. That's coming up pretty soon after our gossip, right, Andrew?
Right.
Yeah. I also forgot that we have some phone calls to get to with listeners. You know, what drives you crazy? So yeah, there you go. That's coming up before the Rob Barnett interview. I'm sorry, Andrew. I'm under the weather, so my logic is like screwed up right now.
perfectly fine. You're just in the mist right now.
Yes, a very hazy, lovely, angelic mist. All right, starting off with our gossip, Ariana Grande, I got to give a shout out to her. She is helping to give away $1 million in free therapy. Applicants will be matched with a licensed therapist for a free month of care. She's hoping it helps people feel okay, asking for the help that they need. Andrew, as someone who is going through anxiety and depression and has been in therapy for the past year, I am all for this, especially the past year and a half. I think therapy is needed now more than ever. So what say you, Andrew?
I love this. I love that Ariana Grande is doing this. Therapy is so important. I'm in therapy. I have had a therapist for the last 3 years. And when I say it is like the best thing I've ever done for myself, I love it. So more people can get it. Take advantage of it.
Absolutely. And I also want to say congratulations along, wonderful celebratory lines. I want to say congratulations to Catalina Enriquez. I don't know if you know about this, Andrew, our next gossip piece here. Catalina Enriquez made history by becoming the first transgender woman to win Miss Nevada USA. She's going to represent Nevada in the Miss USA pageant on November 29th. So how about that? Yeah.
I'm going to be watching.
Oh, absolutely. I think in a way, a great way to wrap up Pride Month, because we had Pride Month in June, and that obviously is very celebratory of the LGBT community. So there you go.
Yes, it is. I'm so excited to see her, and I followed her in the previous pageant. She's just freaking amazing.
Nice.
So I'm super excited. I'm probably going to do a watch party at my house.
All right. I love it. Ringo Starr from the Beatles. Apparently he had a sex toy without his permission that was, circling around the thing, the masses, the public. It was called Ringo, so a capital R-I-N-G, capital O. And they finally settled. The makers of the toy say they'll avoid activity that would cause confusion. From now on, they will actually leave a space between ring and the letter O. Hey, you know what? I say props to Ringo Starr, because he might be the only Beatle known as having a sex toy associated with him.
100%. I actually want to see if I can find the original boxing for this before the new box comes out.
Yeah, I should have looked into what kind of sex toy this is. I mean, is it I don't know, is it like a drumstick? Is it a because he was a drummer in the Beatles? I don't know. What kind of sex toy do you think it might be?
I was thinking maybe it could be like a Volkswagen bus or like a yellow submarine.
A yellow submarine would make sense. A Volkswagen bus, is that a Beatles song that I don't know?
I don't know why I'm just thinking one. It's not a Beatles song, but I just imagine all of the Beatles inside of a Volkswagen bus, and that would be the sex toy I would buy. Okay,
well, there you go. That's good food for thought, Andrew. Cristiano Ronaldo, who I guess is a soccer star. This is insane. So there was a press conference where Cristiano Ronaldo snubbed 2 bottles of Coca-Cola in favor of a bottle of water. And then before you know it, Coke's market value dropped by $4 billion. I mean, isn't it bizarre, Andrew, that someone has that much power? Like, what the hell?
That is so bizarre. I don't even know who this guy is, but the fact that he had that power, I want to know him. And it might be a woman, too. I have no idea if it's a man or a woman. This is how little I know about soccer. So whoever you are, Cristiano Ronaldo, he or she or they, let me get the number of your agent, because I need to find out how I can affect the sales of Coca-Cola with just a touch of a finger. Right. I need that. So, when I order pizza, I'll say, I'll shame you the way Ronaldo did. I love it. All right. Well, you know what? Batman and Catwoman, they were about to do something nasty in the Harley Quinn cartoon coming out on HBO Max. The creators of the Harley Quinn cartoon on HBO Max wanted to have a scene where Batman is pleasing Catwoman orally, but DC refused because, quote, we sell consumer toys for them. Understandable. I would say that when it comes to superheroes, the focus is on them doing their superhero activity. I don't know if we need to drift so far to pornographic stuff. Yes, sure. I am kind of curious what Batman's sex preferences are. I think that would be a good topic to talk about
at like a water cooler at work, but I don't know if it needs to be displayed in a cartoon. I don't know, Andrew. What do you think your thoughts are?
I wouldn't understand it either. I would feel like, wait, the world is being destroyed. We really have time for this?
Yeah. You know, and it kind of reminds me of, there was an animated Joker origin movie that came out that me and my brother watched, and there was a point in this animated Joker origin movie where the Joker, I believe, raped Barbara Gordon, who is the daughter of Commissioner Gordon. And I was just like, man, that seems kind of bold for, you know, a comic book character. You know what I mean? Like, I know there are like certain comic book characters that are adults, but when it comes to like Batman, it's like, it's one of those things where it's like, oh yeah, the entire family can kind of enjoy this. And I don't know. When you're adding oral sex into the equation, I don't know.
It's one of those weird things. I don't want to be the kid watching with my parents, and then all of a sudden we see oral sex in the middle of a Batman comics movie.
Why is his face in her pee-pee, Mommy? What's going on there? Oh, Lord. Yeah, that's going to be very hard to explain. All right. Moving off of oral sex. Oh, my God. Do you like the movie The Devil Wears Prada, Andrew?
I just saw that earlier this year, and I love it.
Yeah. Well, turns out that Anne Hathaway originally was not considered for the role that she ended up playing in that movie. Producers actually wanted Rachel McAdams to star in The Devil Wears Prada, and she turned them down 3 times. And I heard that Anne Hathaway was like the 9th choice. So, oh my God. I mean, the script must have turned out really bad for like, you know, 8 other actresses to say, no, I'm not going to do it, you know?
Right. Wow. I'm happy Anne Hathaway got it. I think she was great in it.
Yeah, as is Meryl Streep. Meryl Streep, of course, is great in everything. So, wow. All right. Well, there you go. Do you even care about the Mona Lisa, Andrew?
I do. I really do.
Why though? Because it's like it's a picture of a woman who gives a very resting bitch face expression. Like what's the value of that?
That is the face I make when I crop dust a room.
So, that's why it's important to you. Oh my God. Well, speaking of which, there's a petition on change.org asking that Jeff Bezos, of course, the founder of Amazon, buy the Mona Lisa and eat it. Why? It's simple. Quote, nobody has eaten the Mona Lisa, and we feel Jeff Bezos needs to take a stand and make this happen. Oh, God, people have too much time on their hands, Andrew. I mean, I'm guessing you don't want to see the Mona Lisa eaten now that you've, displayed your passion for it.
I don't want to see it eaten, but I would like to see Jeff Bezos eat something. I just don't know what yet. But I would sign the petition if we got him to eat something.
Catwoman?
No.
I don't know.
I guess the bat signal.
Oh, yeah. The Catwoman, the bat signal. Yeah. Anything but the Mona Lisa. Yeah. Oh, my God. That's just, I can't get over what you just said about the Mona Lisa. For you, it's valuable because it reminds you of the face you make when you crop dust a room. That's just epic.
Look at the Mona Lisa. She has a sense of power. Like, I made all of you smell me.
Oh, my God. That's awesome. I love it. Oh, Kevin Hart. The comedian Kevin Hart, he had some trouble on Twitter not too long ago. A Twitter troll told Kevin Hart he was not funny, and he responded by listing all his accomplishments. Then he said, quote, if you're laughing at a millionaire, the joke's on you, end quote. Now, I don't know, Andrew. I think it's insecurity at its finest. I think when it comes to these trolls, celebrities like Kevin Hart, you're better off not giving the troll the time of day, because when you do, it lets the troll know that they really affected you. They really hurt your feelings.
Yeah. I don't understand why he would give this troll that energy. Like, you're a millionaire. You make millions by people just watching things, and he's legitimately funny. So you should just forget about it. Absolutely. Oh, my God. What do you think about Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson? I personally find him like the sexiest, most wonderful man alive. What do you think, Andrew? I've asked him to marry me 14 times.
Yes. And of course, aside from the fact that he might be considering running for president, People magazine is putting out a list of 100 reasons to love America. And actually the number 1 reason is Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. And I get it. You know what I mean? Like, if you go back to his WWE days, very fun to watch. He had that eyebrow thing. Can you smell what The Rock is cooking? Like, you had that thing. Like me and Andrew stated, he's insanely attractive. He's a great leading man in movies. He has a bright, motivational, positive aura about him on Instagram. I think he's still the most followed person on Instagram, as he should. I mean, he's just perfect in every way.
He really is. He could literally walk into a room, punch me in the face, and then say, "Hey, how's your day going?"
Well, that sounds like an abusive domestic partnership, Andrew. We might have to see a counselor for that. Oh, God. I love it. All right. Jerry Seinfeld, who was a great comedian, by the way. Saw him at Foxwoods Casino in Connecticut not too long ago, live. Jerry Seinfeld is actually directing, writing, and starring in a Netflix movie about the origins of the Pop-Tart. How do you feel about the Pop-Tart, Andrew?
I've never eaten a Pop-Tart, so I'm excited.
Good. You're not missing anything because it's just a bunch of sugary processed crap. But yeah, I mean, I usually have done like the strawberry, the cookies and cream, the s'mores flavored. And the documentary that Jerry Seinfeld is coming out with is called Unfrosted, starting production next spring. And we're going to see. So basically, for your homework, Andrew, I'm assigning this to you. Before you see this documentary, go try a Pop-Tart and get back to me, okay?
Okay. I will tell you if I eat one.
Oh, wait, what?
I will tell you as soon as I eat a Pop-Tart.
Okay.
And I hope it sends me on a journey that I did not expect.
Okay. I love it. Speaking of journeys that you would not expect, Netflix, they have a new show, and this is another Netflix thing that's coming out. Have you heard of this new dating show coming out called Sexy Beasts, Andrew?
No, I haven't.
Yeah. So it basically has contestants full of makeup and masks, dressed as creatures like a dolphin or a panda and even a devil. And the premise is, could you fall in love with someone based on personality alone? So these people are having dates dressed up as dolphins, pandas, whatever. They're not actually seeing each other. The only thing they can see is like the costume. So just imagine a mixture of Love is Blind and The Masked Singer. And basically that's Sexy Beasts.
Oh, okay. So they're furries.
Yeah. Furries. What are furries?
So furries is a type of kink where people are dressed up as animals and, they interact with each other.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, I think Sexy Beasts has a lawsuit on its hands because maybe furries came before Sexy Beasts?
Furries has been out for a long time, so...
Oh. Wow.
I'm excited. I want to watch this now.
All right. Well, put it on your queue and we'll definitely watch it and give our review of it. Oh, boy. Do you like owls, Andrew?
I have never seen an owl in real life, but in movies, they're amazing.
Well, Salma Hayek, beautiful actress, she actually meditates with her owl. First of all, I didn't know that an owl was a pet you could have. I thought it was like one of those zoo attractions. And second of all, I get it, Andrew, because, if there's a peaceful creature that I would want to meditate with, it's an owl, because all they do is, ooh, ooh, ooh. Like, that's all they do.
Oh. It could be really relaxing.
Yeah. Now, on the flip side of this, Salma Hayek's pet owl actually once landed on Harry Styles' head and regurgitated a ball of rat fur onto it. So, so the owl may be good to meditate with, but please do not have it on your head or else it'll give you rat fur.
Definitely not. Okay, so now our meditation session is going to happen in 2 separate rooms.
Yeah. Oh, boy. Owl, give me my 6 feet, goddammit. And that is your gossip. If you have a piece of gossip you want to send me and Andrew, facebook.com/theanythingshow. Instagram, also you can reach us out at anythingshowfrancois. That's at anythingshowfrancois. Jon Francois here from the Magic 97.7 studios in Lyndonville, Vermont. Andrew Vandertunt has been a doll joining me from the Lifestyle of a Gay Black Boy podcast. He's calling in from Rochester, New York. And just before I let you go, Andrew, I got to acknowledge a wonderful sponsor right here on the Anything Show, our friends over at the Underdog podcast. Andrew, do you know how to play poker?
Yes, I do.
I don't, so you need to teach me sometime, man.
I will teach you. Poker is so much fun to play.
Yeah, you definitely have to go to this event then, Andrew, because our friends at the Underdog podcast, they want listeners to know about a fun event they're having. It's a completely free poker tournament, no credit card required to enter, and you can actually win real prizes. Because damn it, Andrew, I hate those poker tournaments where I win fake prizes.
Yeah, where I win debt. Oh, terrible.
Wait, what?
When you win debt.
Oh, when you win debt, like DEBT?
Oh, yes, DEBT, or they hand you a bill and say, sir, this is how much money you borrowed from us.
Oh, yeah. Oh, gambling sucks. All right, the Underdog Free Roll Invitational is going to be held Sunday, July 11th at 12:05 p.m. Pacific Time. Registration is now open. Simply head over to Ignition Casino at ignitioncasino.eu and go to the Scheduled Tournaments Poker Lobby, and you can find the tournament under the Regular tab. Tournaments are listed in chronological order, so go to July 11th at 3:05 p.m. Eastern Time, and the Underdog Free Roll Invitational will be listed, and you can click register and enter in the exclusive password Underdog21. Now, Andrew, that is undercase, all undercase letters, Underdog21. Do not tell that password to anybody else, okay?
I will not tell anybody Underdog 21.
Yes. Any player who knocks a host out of the tournament will receive an extra bonus, as there are bounties on all of the Underdog hosts. Once again, the Underdog Free Roll Invitational, July 11th at ignitioncasino.eu. And you can enter 100% for free, again, with the code. What's the code again, Andrew?
It's all undercase, Underdog 21.
Yes, that's a secret between you and me and whoever is listening to this podcast, Andrew. Underdog 21. Thank you so much to our friends at the Underdog Podcast for sponsoring the Anything Show. All right, coming up, I have a great bunch of calls that I did with listeners asking them what drives them crazy. Very relevant, given that we've gone through a crazy past year and a half. So we'll do that. And of course, later on, I'll have my interview with Rob Barnett. Wonderful book he has about, your next job being your best job. Headhunter's 11 strategies to get hired now. So stay tuned for that. Andrew Vandertunt from the Lifestyle of a Gay Black Boy podcast. Thank you so much, as always, for joining me on the Anything Show.
I'm very happy to be here. Thank you for having me again. All right.
So in addition to hosting and producing the Anything Show, I am an on-air personality for Magic 97.7 in Lyndonville, Vermont. Now, last year, I had wonderful conversations with listeners about what drives them crazy. Makes sense, because 2020 was a pretty insane year. And I thought, you know what? We're still trying to find ourselves out of this pandemic, so why not bring back those conversations to you right now, right here on the Anything Show? So what drives you crazy?
The fact that your parents don't know that if you're in an online game, you can't pause the game because other people are playing it.
Oh, really? So you're in the middle of a game, and your parents want you to pause it to do what?
Sometimes, take out the trash, take care of the dishes.
Oh, okay. So you're saying that you're not able to pause it and then resume your progress? Well, what happens if you pause it?
Oh, nothing. You just...
Oh, you lose the momentum.
Yeah, you're just standing there.
What game are you playing?
Usually, it's mostly Fortnite. Oh,
Fortnite. Yeah. You know what? There was actually a teenager that won a bunch of money from a Fortnite tournament. Did you hear that?
No.
Well, you know what? If you work at it, Carson, just be a lot better at Fortnite, and you could win money. And then your parents won't say anything because, of course, your parents want you to make money someday.
Yeah, some days, I can make an account that I actually know the email and password to.
People wearing face masks while they're driving a car.
Squished bread.
Oh, yeah.
I buy bread at the store, and I cannot use it. If my bread is squished, I can't use it.
Yeah, because
I know it's weird. It's weird, but I just can't do it.
It's not at all. No. I mean, when you make a sandwich, you want your bread to be spread out and straight and sliced and just perfect. You don't you don't want to squish. Yeah, you don't want turkey with squished ball for a bread. It just doesn't make any sense.
That's right.
Yeah,
that's right.
And sometimes I'll squish my bread without even knowing it. I'll just put eggs and boxes of whatever on top of the bread, and then I get home and it's whoa, okay, my bread has been killed.
Yep. It's just not the same.
When you ask for updated information and they send you old information, it continually drives me crazy.
Oh.
Or when somebody takes the last whatever out of the box and they leave the box.
Okay. Wait, can you give me a couple of examples of those things? Those sound really great.
Well, at work, we give away a lot of people bring in free vegetables and products and donuts and whatever, and it's they take the last one and walk off and leave everything there.
Yeah. It's the worst kind of trickery ever. You know what I mean? It's you look forward to that box of free donuts when you get to work, and then you just see the box, and it's wait, what were you trying to prove here? What?
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, and then you have to like find some like cheap protein bar from the vending machine to solve your hunger.
Lots of sounds all at once.
Oh yeah, that sounds like it would be awful. Wow.
Yeah.
What's
I
it?
don't enjoy it.
Yeah. What's an example of like all sounds coming in all at once to you? I mean, did you have that situation recently?
Yeah, just like when a bunch of people are trying to talk to you all at once and you're like trying to pay attention to something on your phone and the radio's on and like people are going on in the parking lot and stuff, just when a bunch of crap's going on and I'm trying to concentrate on something, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't have a lot of catchy.
No, it's okay. You just described every family dinner during Thanksgiving and Christmas for me. It's just like 10, 15 different voices all at the same time, and everyone can for some reason they can keep up with each other. They have no problem with it, but it's just like no, just one at a time. Who am I talking to?
Exactly. Everybody just quiet for a minute so I can think. Yeah, no.
Exactly.
I'm the nice person at this.
Yeah. I'm a very slow processor when it comes to those like multiple like social group conversations. So it's like.
Yeah, like, because I want to give you actual, like, the attention of answering what you're talking about and stuff, I don't know, I actually care about what we're talking about.
Yes, thank you. We care more than they do.
Apparently.
Not wrapping up the cord on the vacuum cleaner.
Oh, okay. How do you wrap it up? Do you wrap it up in a special way?
No, I just wrap it up normal, but my wife just kind of throws it in the closet, and it drives me nuts. Yeah. I used to do that when I had to like vacuum as a kid. My parents would always be like, "Nope, just roll it up in a very organized way." But nope, I just have it all scraggly and unorganized. But now the current vacuum that I have now, it's one of those it's one of those vacuums where like the plug just sucks back in to the like inside of the vacuum. Yeah, you hit the button and it sucks it in. Yeah. The best thing ever. The best thing since sliced bread.
Chewing fingernails.
Oh yeah, that's awful. God. Who in your circle chews their fingernails?
I can't disclose that.
Oh God, is it like what, your wife?
No.
Oh my God. Oh, your daughter? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, why would your daughter be ashamed? I mean, it's it's whatever. I mean, is it like a nervous thing that she does?
No.
Oh, it's just like she just likes to do that instead of like use a nail clipper?
Sure.
We'll go with that. Yeah, Derek doesn't want to embarrass his daughter on the air.
Well, I'm really tall, so if I get asked if I play basketball.
Wow. Oh, my God. Man, now you know how us black people feel every time.
Yeah, I know.
So do you play any sports besides basketball?
We played hockey. My brother and I played hockey.
And is that a sport where you have to be tall to be good at it?
No, I mean, I think it helps a little bit, but
yeah.
I think it also helps to be short. Your center of gravity is lower, but...
Yeah. Now, how tall are you? What's your height?
I am 6'2".
Oh, okay. All right, it's not too bad. So how is that? Not only in sports, but just like in life in general. Like, do you sometimes have problems getting in the car? Like, I don't know. Like, what's that like?
Well, I mean, you have to duck a lot. I find that I hit my head off of a lot of things.
Gotcha. But I feel like you would win in a lot of fistfights, though.
Maybe. I don't know. I've never been in one, and I don't plan on it.
Oh, thank God. Me neither. And, well, I mean, I'm 5'7", so I have no business being in a fistfight anyway.
When my kids touch the wall.
Really?
Yeah, it drives me nuts.
How do your kids, I'm afraid to ask this, but how do your kids get their hands dirty?
They're active.
So they're going outside, they're having big mud fights and mud baths, and then they're coming inside and like, hey, let's make a mud drawing on the wall.
Yeah, it's like some spaghetti and let's go touch the wall,
Oh my God! Wow. How old are your kids?
They're 7 and 8.
7 and 8. Okay.
And I have an older one that's 12.
Huh. Interesting.
So it's getting better, It's getting better.
I hope so. Yeah. If my mom caught me putting like spaghetti marks on the walls, I wouldn't be alive today. She would spank me to kingdom come.
Spelling errors.
All right. Yeah.
Especially when people are using or texting and they have autocorrect. And they still misspell words on purpose almost. Yeah, I've never been a fan of that. It's just really...
Yeah. I have a friend who purposefully spells YEH instead of YEAH because she just likes the way it looks. And I'm like, no, I don't like the way it looks because it's not grammatically correct.
And I know, and my ex, instead of saying okay, he says KK. I hate that. KK.
Oh my God.
Add one more K to that, and we might have a problem.
When people don't open the door for other people going in the store.
Oh, yeah. It's just common courtesy, you know?
Yeah, chivalry.
So you've had that happen to you where you're like trying to get in and someone just slams the door right in front of you?
Oh, yeah, and I've usually got arms full of stuff, and they just look at me.
Wow, they just look at you like, oh, okay, hi, you know.
Okay, have fun with that.
Wow, and do you give them like a little passive-aggressive look or comment, or?
No, I usually just smile at them and go on my way.
Oh, God. Sometimes you just got to give it to them, Kendra, because, I mean, if they don't know, then they shouldn't be on this planet.
Exactly. People that stare.
People that stare?
Yeah.
Oh, like stare at you?
Or just stare at different things. It's like, get a life, people. Look at something else.
What would you suggest people look at?
Oh, look around. Just look around. Stop focusing on one thing.
Okay. So if someone was just staring at like a street light outside for like 5 minutes, what would you think of that person?
I'd probably say, like, get going. We got places to go. Look around.
Gotcha.
The light's not going to get any greener.
So it doesn't matter if that person has like a weird fascination with that street light. You're just like, nope, come on, keep moving. Let's go.
Yep, keep moving. Let's go.
Well, I have 3.
Ooh.
But people that smell like cigarette smoke, people that smack their gum, and we'll just stay with those. The other one might insult a lot of people.
Oh, my gosh. I think, Carly, when people tap their pencils on the table.
Oh, God. You and me are not going to get along. Wow. I mean, pencil tapping is a thing, man. What happens to you when you hear pencil tapping?
I just put up with that.
Oh, man. Yeah. Well, for people like me, it's often a nervous tick. I think if we're like being impatient or if something's not arriving on time, it's like, gotta tap it.
You know when people roll their corn on the cob on the top of a stick of butter?
Not really, but please educate me.
Well, it melts the butter all over the corn on the cob, and it's very efficient. But to me, it irritates the crud out of me. I think they should just chop some off the end and smear it across the top. Makes it much easier to measure. A lot of friends of mine don't have a problem with it, but it really bugs me.
So basically every 4th of July, you're just annoyed as hell.
Oh, yeah, I avoid picnics.
Hey, everybody. I'm here with Rob Barnett. He is the former CBS Radio President and VH1 MTV exec, who is the author of the new book, Next Job, Best Job, a Headhunter's 11 Strategies to Get Hired Now. Thanks so much for being on the show with me, Rob.
Thanks very much.
Now, let's get into your motivation to write this book. I mean, obviously, we've been through a tricky employment situation the last year and a half with the pandemic. But was that the kind of motivation?
Well, it preceded that. Truthfully, about a year earlier, I started realizing that there was a great need to help people figure out how to get from the painful horrors of unemployment back into the game. And that became a mission and a new career as a headhunter. So I started doing that in 2018. I make a short video every single morning trying to help as many people as possible. We post that all over the place, but LinkedIn is certainly a spot where you'll find most job seekers and most companies seeking to hire. And so on there one day, just because I'm making social video every day, a literary agent saw it and said, "This is a book." And the truth is that's how it happened. But it really became so important. And we wrote it every single morning at 4:00 in the morning during COVID as both a survival mechanism to keep ourselves sane, but really as a gift to as many people as needed it to figure out really how to take this time after the greatest tragedy in most of our lives, how to take this time to really hunker down and figure out what it is you're supposed to be doing.
And for the unemployed or the employed not satisfied with their current job situation, I like how you offer essential job hunting strategies and pivotal steps that they can take to get to that best job. Would you mind sharing some of those with us?
Yes, for sure. I do believe that the best thing you can do on any job search is stop surfing random job sites. It's not helpful. You know, it's like going to Vegas with, $1 and thinking you're going to walk out of there a multimillionaire. It's not a good game plan. I worked in my last job. I was at Audible, which is owned by Amazon now. How many resumes do you think they get uploaded for each single job? The answer is so horrifying. I won't make your listeners sad by revealing it. The point of the matter is you've got to do a hell of a lot more than just random search job sites. We counsel people to make a targeted company search, decide where you want to be, make a list of those companies, and now, like a private detective, using the freedom of LinkedIn, go start finding the people that work at those companies, because I'm coming to you from the great state of New Jersey. And like in The Sopranos, you need somebody to vouch for you. You need somebody to say, hey, I need you to interview this guy, John, like tomorrow, Yeah. And you've got to have that one person really opening up the door for you, because this old idea that you think your resume is going to cut it and you just upload it and you wait for a response. Come on. Why are we all doing that? That's like 1950s. It's just not, it's not cracking in 2021.
And is there a personal experience that you could provide to the reader to help them feel motivated? Like, have you been in a similar situation where you felt like you were just doing random job searches that went nowhere, and then finally, boom, epiphany,
Oh yeah, all the time. I'm the worst offender, man. You wake up every day on a job search and what this is like, the energy is just drained, and, you go, well, I'm supposed to do something today. I guess I'll go on LinkedIn. I guess I'll do. I mean, I was just stuck and down and depressed and, lost all my mojo. And it wasn't until I was asked to write this book that I started to think a lot more clearly, a lot more strategically. And one of the best things that I think you can do, and we've got a whole minute by minute breakdown for you in the book, I call it calendarize. The least sexy app on your phone is your calendar. But that piece of real estate is something that can save your life on a job search. Because if you decide to get in there, whether it's at 8:30, 8:45, or 9 a.m., and I'm not joking, start scheduling meetings with yourself and give every 40-minute meeting or every hour-long meeting a specific goal, and then achieve it and act like you're the CEO, and act like if John doesn't show up at 11 a.m. for that meeting called research Amazon jobs or whatever it is, then you're just going to kind of be floundering and doing what I was doing, which is eating a lot of snacks and, vegging out and taking a nap and all that kind of stuff. So I if there was one or two pages I'd want people to read in Next Job, Best Job, it's how to load up your calendar with the kind of specific tasks that are going to get you off your butt and back into work.
And lastly, you have a lot of big celebrity names contributing their wisdom to this book. Can you give us just some of the few names and maybe the kind of wisdom that they shared?
Sure. Well, you're talking to a committed rock and roll junkie from the time I was a little boy. And that led me first into rock radio. So I did that for a decade. That led me to MTV and VH1 for almost 12 years. And back when those two channels were all music. So I've been a very, very, very lucky little rock and roll boy, and met and worked with a lot of my heroes, for this whole long, strange trip. So yeah, a lot of them are in that book. I guess the one most amazing thing I can tell you is that Bob Dylan is in the book. And Bob Dylan has something to say about finding the answer inside yourself about what it is you really want to do. It's an unbelievable honor to be able to put him on a couple of these pages.
Absolutely. And of course, the list of names go on and on. You got George Harrison, Mick Jagger, Keith Richards, Bruce Springsteen, President Joe Biden, etc. So a wonderful book to read if you're looking to get motivated and get that next job, which is going to be your best job. Rob Barnett with the new book, Next Job, Best Job, a Headhunter's 11 Strategies to Get Hired Now. Rob, thank you so much for providing your time right here on The Anything Show. I appreciate it.
That was way more than anything. That was something great. Thank you.
Listen to The Anything Show with Jon Francois on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get podcasts. How does John know how to set up podcasts? Is he that? No, he can't be that smart. Follow on Facebook at The Anything Show and on Instagram at Anything Show Francois. Did you get all that?